Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be customizing the brand new Anis Euros in Grand Theft Auto Online. This thing is otherwise known as the ZR380, but this is the unarmored version of it, obviously based off of a Nissan 370Z in real life. I'm really excited to customize this thing. Let's hop right into it. I actually own the G37 in real life, which is the Infinity version of the Nissan 370Z, so this is pretty exciting for me. Starting off, we're going to go for the armor, of course, and the brakes as well. Next up, we got the front bumpers. We can add the track bumper, the rally bumper, or the performance bumper. I was honestly expecting a few more options than that. I personally like the stock bumper the best. Let's just keep that. For the rear bumpers, we can go for the street bumper, the racer bumper, or the super bumper. That's really aggressive looking. Honestly, I think I'm going to go for the street bumper. I don't want to go too aggressive with this car just yet. For the chassis, we can add a roof scoop, the street scoop, secondary street scoop, carbon street, racing scoop, secondary racing scoop, carbon racing scoop, a rally scoop, secondary rally, carbon rally, performance scoop, secondary performance, or carbon performance, as well as the jet scoop, secondary jet, carbon jet, or none. Honestly, the first one kind of appeals to me the most. Maybe the racing scoop though. I think it's a little more subtle. Let's go for that one. Headlight covers, we can do primary headlight covers, secondary headlight covers, carbon, red headlight glass, green headlight glass, blue, yellow, or iridescent. I'm just gonna leave it stock. I don't really want to make this thing look like the ZR380. We've been trying to get away from that for years now, so let's just keep it stock. For the engine, we got the engine block. We can do a primary intake, secondary intake, carbon intake, or the titanium intake. I confused that there, my bad. Let's go for the primary intake, I guess. For the rail covers, we can do bridge rail covers, carbon bridge rail covers, primary stock rail covers, secondary stock rail covers, dash rail covers, carbon dash rail covers, secondary dash rail covers, ridge rail covers. Oh, that looks kind of like the actual engine in real life. Carbon ridge rail covers, secondary ridge rail, or stock. I'm going to go for the realistic looking one, the ridge rail covers, because that's actually kind of what the VQ37 looks like in real life. I actually own one, so. Next up, we got the strut brace. We can do the polished strut brace, carbon, medium polished, polished tri-strut brace, carbon tri-strut brace, primary tri, secondary tri, arc strut brace, secondary arc strut brace, tower strut brace, secondary tower, XL tower, secondary XL, titanium strut brace, polished twin bar strut brace, extreme belay strut brace, racer strut brace, carbon racer strut brace, primary racer strut brace, secondary racer, or the basic. I think I'm going to go for the new one again. I'm pretty sure these are brand new, all these tower strut braces, so I'm going to go for the tower strut brace. I think it's kind of cool. Engine tunes all the way up, of course. For the exhaust, we can go titanium, angled exhausts, titanium angled, performance exhaust, titanium performance, or the carbon exhaust. I like the titanium or the titanium angled. Let's go for the titanium angled. For the front fenders, we can go secondary, carbon, primary air fenders, secondary air fenders, carbon air fenders, wide fenders, ooh, that's cool, secondary wide, carbon wide, or secondary carbon wide fenders. I think we're going to go for the wide fenders, just stock wide, because I don't really like the carbon. Next up, we got the hood. We can do hood catches, chrome hood catches, angled hood pins, latch hood pins, blue latch hood pins, red and gold as well. I'm not a super big fan of the hood pins, but I will go for the angled ones on this car. Next up for the hood, we can go for the vented hood, secondary vented hood, carbon vented, street hood, secondary street hood, carbon street hood, racer hood, secondary racer, carbon racer, rally hood, secondary rally, carbon rally, skid hood, ooh, that's cool, secondary skid, carbon skid, clean hood, clear hood rather, secondary clear, or carbon clear. Tinted hood, okay. Secondary tinted, carbon tinted. Man, okay, there's a lot of options here. I have to say, I think I like the racer hood the best out of all of those. Let's go for that one. Next up, we got the interior. For the dash, we can go for a street interior, carbon dash and stripped interior, or the flocked dash and stripped interior. I like the carbon dash personally. Let's go for that one. For the doors, aluminum panels, weave panels, carbon panels, flocked panels, aluminum lightweight panels, lightweight weave panels, carbon weave, or lightweight flocked. Honestly, I'm just going to keep it stock. For the seats, there's a lot of options here. Honestly, they all look pretty much the same. I'm going to scroll through them really quickly for you guys. I don't think anyone really cares about the seats. We're going to go for the carbon tuner. Why not? Steering wheels, nothing new here either. I'm going to scroll through quickly. We got the Apex Basic, Clubman, Professional, Formula Basic, Cutout, Clubman, Professional, Sprint Basic, Sprint Clubman, Sprint Mark II, Sprint Lightweight, Sprint Featherweight, Sprint Professional, Rally Basic, Clubman, Professional, and Stock. We're going to go for the Rally Clubman. I like that one. Roll cage, we can add a street half cage, secondary street half cage, racer roll cage, secondary racer, padded full roll cage, secondary full roll cage, reinforced cage, or the padded reinforced cage. Honestly, don't love the cage really, just gonna leave it off. Lights, we're gonna go xenon of course. For the livery, we can add a black stripe to this thing, white stripe, arrow stripes, that's cool, jet stripes, jet blue stripes, Euros yellow stripes, Euros green, Jackal Racing, Stance Andreas, that's cool, Chicane Checker, Speedtail, oh yeah, Drift Tribe, King Scorpion, Sprunk Light, Candy Box Gold, or none. Honestly, I'm not really feeling too many of these liveries, to be honest. I think I'm just going to keep it with no livery, actually. Next up, we got the mirrors. We can add secondaries or carbon. Let's go carbon. Why not? For the plate, yellow and black, of course. For the respray, not sure what color to make this thing. I feel like it looks good in a lot of colors. Maybe like a silver or something like that? I don't know. You know what? Cast iron silver is actually looking pretty good on that, but I feel like we gotta go with something a little more aggressive. Maybe we'll go for like a race yellow. Race yellow seems like a good option. Let's do that. Secondary. What does this do? Does this do the calipers? It does the calipers and the skirts. Let's go for a red then. Or Torino red. Let's do that. Next up, we got the trim color. Doesn't really do a whole lot, just sort of does the door cards there and the seats. Let's do a red. Why not? Actually, let's go Torino red. Accent color. This does the dash. Okay. I usually will go diamond blue for it, and I won't change that. I'm gonna go for diamond blue there. Next up, we got the roof. We can add a secondary roof, carbon roof, sweep roof, secondary sweep, carbon sweep, ridge line, secondary ridge line, carbon ridge line, inset roof, inset secondary, or the carbon inset roof. Let's go for the carbon ridge line roof. I like that look. Actually, you know what? Let's go for the regular ridgeline roof, not the carbon. Skirts, we can add street skirts to this thing. Carbon street, GT skirts, carbon GT skirts, racer skirt, carbon racer, jet skirt, carbon jet, rally skirt, carbon rally, aero skirts, carbon aero skirts, or stock. I think I want to go for something a little bit basic with this. I don't know, actually. I think the aero skirts look pretty good. Let's go for that. Splitters, we can add rally canards to this thing. Sting splitter, carbon sting splitter, arc splitter, carbon arc, rally splitter, racer splitter, or the drift splitter. I like the carbon arc splitter the best. I think that looks really clean. Next up, we got the spoiler. We can add a drag spoiler, secondary drag spoiler, GT spoiler, secondary GT, sprint spoiler, Rhino spoiler. Ooh, that's pretty clean. Secondary Rhino. Arc spoiler. Secondary arc. Carbon arc. Arc Mark II spoiler. Ooh, that's clean. Arc Mark II. Carbon Arc Mark II. Street spoiler. Race spoiler. Race Mark II spoiler. Or none. I do like the drag spoilers. I kind of like the more subtle options for this thing. I think we're probably going to end up going for the Rhino spoiler. I like that the best. Sun strips, we can add one, or we can go for the secondary. I don't really want to though. Suspension, you can slam this thing down pretty good. Yeah, definitely get a bit of camber there. That's pretty good looking. Let's do that. Race transmission, of course, and the turbo as well. Let's go for the wheels next. They do have this new category called track wheels. I'm interested to see if there's anything that fits well with this car in here. The Expressway is calling my name a little bit, but I just don't know if I want to put that on here or not. Superlux, I just put on the Supra. The high fives look pretty okay as well. Tropos, they look good. There's a lot of good looking rims here, but I just don't know. Let's go for the street rims for a second. Ooh, I do like the concave Mega Mesh. They are my favorite rim currently. Let's go for those, and let's paint them in... I think it's going to have to be a black. It looks so clean. Bulletproof tires, of course. We could add a tire design if we want to. We could go for Atomic Yellow or Chapal Yellow. Let's do Chapal Yellow. Why not? Next up, we got the windows. Tint those all the way out. I think that's it. Yep, that's it. Let's take this thing down to the ground. We're going to do a sound test and a review. All right, guys, let's see how this thing actually sounds. Sounds really good. It says in the top left there, this vehicle can be equipped with low grip tires at the LS car meet and can be stanced in the interaction menu. You can actually stance your cars now in GTA. I've shown this on 2 of my other customizations, but I'll show it on this one too. Go into the interaction menu, into the vehicles tab, and go to vehicle stance, change it to lowered, and as you guys can see, the car hunkers down a bit. Looks really cool. It also makes your car want to drift, which I have a feeling is probably what the low grip tires are about. That's probably to make your car actually drift properly. So that's really cool. I'm going to raise the car up here. This thing should be rear wheel drive only, I'm pretty sure. Seems like it so far. Let's actually test that real quick. It is rear wheel drive only. Very good. Alright. Let's see how this thing actually performs. So far, I do like the handling of it. It feels pretty good. Obviously, we've only gone around 1 corner so far, so it might be a little early to tell, but the acceleration on the car feels pretty good. I have to say that for sure. That Futo, of course, is going to get in our way and make the car look ugly. My bad. The car, I feel like it sounds pretty good. There's definitely cars with this same sound in the game already, but it doesn't mean that it sounds bad. I think it actually sounds really good. Okay, the car's back end does like to slide out, that's for sure. That's something I've just noticed right there. Not necessarily a bad thing. I feel like this is definitely going to be one of the cars that you can drift probably the best out of all the cars that got added with this update. So that's pretty cool. I'm interested to see how it actually does in the handling section of the test right here. I've got this really twisty section of road that we're going to go on, and we're going to see how she fares. Okay. It's not faring too good so far. The back end definitely likes to slide out a lot. You can keep it in check with some careful turning. That's for sure. It's definitely not, you know, unmanageable. I think you can definitely get away with it. You just sort of, you know, have got to watch it a little bit, but that's okay. Man, the car does feel pretty good though, and it's definitely going to be a favorite for the drift guys. I can already tell that. It feels pretty good, even with stock tires on it and non-stanced. So, you guys definitely, if you're into drifting, you're going to want to pick up this car, I have a feeling. Anyway, guys, I think that's pretty much it for the customization and review. This thing is really fast. It feels pretty good. It looks great. I'm really happy that we got it in the game now. If you guys enjoyed this customization, if you like how it turned out, leave a like, if not dislike. Subscribe if you guys are new. I'm going to be covering everything with the Tuners DLC all today, and everything that's going to be drip feed in the future is also going to get covered on this channel, so subscribe if you guys are new. I will see you guys in the next video. Go check out my other ones if you haven't seen them already. Until the next one, take care. Peace.